Hello, English learners. Welcome to Caribou U. We're going to look at cool facts about Canada today. The first fact is that Canada is the #1 donut consuming country in the world. This is kind of funny. I mean, do you think it's strange that we eat so many donuts in Canada? We have a famous restaurant called Tim Hortons where people get a lot of donuts. The next one, Canada is confused. Why? Well, they sometimes use the metric system, but sometimes use the imperial system, which is how you measure things with feet, inches, pounds. They use that in America, right? But we use a bit of both. Canadians follow speed limits and measure length in meters. That's normal. That's the metric system. But we measure our height in feet, which is like the American system. So yeah, we're a little bit confused when we're measuring length of things. Sometimes we use meters, sometimes we use feet. That's kind of weird. But it gets even odder. If we go to the next slide, you'll see it gets odder. Okay, we check the temperature outside in Celsius. That's normal, right? But we cook in Fahrenheit. This means if you buy like a frozen pizza and you want to cook it in your oven, on the package, it's going to say that you need to cook the pizza to like 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Something like that. But the instructions will be in Fahrenheit, which is really odd because we use Celsius to talk about the temperature. This is the next one. We weigh and buy our food by the kilogram. So if you buy a bunch of apples, they'll tell you, okay, yeah, that's 2 kilograms. But if you're talking about your body weight, we use pounds. So you can say, yeah, I'm like 160 pounds. But for lunch, I'm going to buy like 2 kilograms of chicken. So it's pretty confusing. We also use the British English system. So a lot of our words are spelled differently than in America. For example, color in Canada and Britain is C-O-L-O-U-R. But in America, it's just C-O-L-O-R. Canadians put milk in bags. This is definitely one of the weirdest things about Canada. Whose idea was it to put milk in a bag? This image here is a very stereotypically Canadian image. You can see you have to put the bag of milk in this container. Oh, sorry about that noise. It's the construction next door. My neighbors are building something. Canada is at war. There's an island in the Arctic called Hans Island. This territory is disputed between Canada and Denmark, but there's no fighting. The only thing that happens is that occasionally soldiers will go there and leave a bottle of whiskey for the other soldiers to take, like little gifts. So there's no hard feelings. But yeah, technically the territory is disputed. Now, this is a stereotype about Canadians. They say, oh, Canadians apologize too much. They always say, I'm sorry. And it turns out that this stereotype is actually true. I believe that Canadians do say sorry quite a bit. And that's not a bad thing. It's kind of funny. Are there any stereotypes about Canada that you've heard? If so, you can share in the comments or let me know. I'd be interested to hear. Now, there's a mythical legend, in Canada about an animal called a Sasquatch. It's a phenomenon. It may be real. A lot of people have seen it, but we don't know 100%. We cannot say scientifically that it's real. Nevertheless, in British Columbia, there is a law saying that it's illegal to kill a Sasquatch in British Columbia. Now, if you're wondering, British Columbia is a province in Canada. So does your country have any funny laws like that? Most people live within 200 kilometers of the border of the United States. So most of the big cities are close to the border. Do you know why? Probably for trade, for cultural exchange, and because the weather in the south of Canada is less cold than the weather in the north. So there's a couple of reasons. Don't know if you know this, but Canada has provinces and not states. In total, there's 10 provinces, and there are 3 territories. The northern areas are called territories. Okay. Canada has more lakes than the rest of the world combined. So most of these lakes, as far as I know, came from glacial melting. And as the glaciers retreated north at the end of the last ice age, it carved out parts of the land and they were filled with water. And that's where they came from. Because all of Canada used to be under ice about 15,000 years ago. I don't know for sure. But it's interesting. You should look up the geological history of Canada. Quite fascinating. Canadians love to skate. You know, sometimes when even a pond or a lake has frozen in the winter, we can test to see if it's stable. We don't want to fall through because we will freeze. But if it's stable, we can definitely go for a skate or maybe play some hockey on the pond. Canadians love to skate. Okay, basketball was invented by a Canadian, and his name was James Naismith, I believe. Now, he invented it in Canada. Oh, no, sorry. He invented it in America, but the guy was a Canadian. So technically, we invented basketball. You're welcome. The telephone was invented in Canada. This is kind of the opposite because I believe his name is Alexander Graham Bell. He wasn't actually a Canadian as far as I know, but he was in Canada when he invented it. So again, you're welcome. We contribute a lot of inventions, I guess. Oh, one more. Superman was created by a Canadian. And I'm sorry, I do not know his name, but yeah, Superman. I think that started in like the 30s or the 40s or something. And if you're wondering, what is a caribou? Well, just look at the video. So a caribou is a reindeer. But in Canada, we say caribou. We don't say reindeer. I think they're the same species. They may be different. I'm not sure. Either way, I hope you enjoyed learning cool facts about Canada. And please share facts about your country in the comments. I would love to hear. Good luck studying.